Hey YouTube, Novastar here again, and I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. I've been really busy because I've been started a new job, and I've basically not really had any time at all to do videos, apart from today. I mean, I could have done some a couple of days ago, but I was too tired. So I'm going to be uploading a few deck profiles for you guys today. Starting off with this one, I built this for a friend because she wanted to get into the game, so I built her this deck because she likes the character of this deck and she has fun using it. So I'm going to show you this deck profile. I'm going to do 2 Attack on Titan deck profiles. I can pretty much build any build for Attack on Titan, so just let me know in the comments if you want to see a specific build and I will build it and get that recorded for you guys as soon as I can. So yeah, I'm gonna get straight into this deck profile. This is a Slaughter Online deck profile of a silica build that I built. Now I do have 4 of every silica card, but this is the way I've built it. This is the way she likes it, and I built this so it's simple for someone to use that's new to the game and that's fun and can still compete with top tier decks. So I'm going to start with my zeros. I played 2 Like an Idol Silica. It's a 003k vanilla. It's in here because it can become 3-5 to 4k if you've got Pina on the field, and you don't risk it resting itself every beginning of the climax phase. Next, I play 2 Like a Date Silicas. Silica Like a Date. It's a 004k, and at the beginning of your climax phase, reveal the top card of your deck. If the revealed card is a climax, rest this card and place the revealed card back to its original position, which is on top of the deck. I'm not playing 4 of this because if you play 4 and you have 3 on the field and you hit a climax, you'll go. That's why I'm playing 2. It works out pretty fine, and this can become a pretty beefy level 0 with Pinas again. So that's my level 0 beat 6. Now then, I play 3 Gathering Materials Silica. It's a 001k. Her first effect is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is an avatar or net character, pull it into your hand. Choose a card from your hand and put it into the waiting room. And her other effect is when she becomes reversed in battle by a level 0 or lower character, you reverse that character as well. So she's a suicider. Next, I'm playing 3 Silica's Undying Trust because you do need to mill through this deck quite often. So having access to her Brainstorm is good. And as this is a pure Silica deck, it's the only Brainstorm Silica has. She's a 0025, and you can pay 1, rest 2 of your characters, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, put them into your waiting room. For each climax you reveal, you can put up to 1 avatar, net, or familiar character from your waiting room to your hand. So she salvages. Next, I'm playing 4 of possibly one of the best assists for a waifu deck you can get, and I'm playing 4 Familiar Pinas. He's a 001500, and his effect is all your characters with silica in their name get 500 power, and his other effect is put this card into your waiting room when another of your characters with silica is in the name is put into the waiting room from stage. If this card is in the backstage, you may pay the cost. If you do, return that character in the position as it was on stage as rested. So basically this will encore any of your silicas. This comes in handy quite often because it saves hand advantage, it saves stock, and it keeps your board. So I play, I think that's 14 level 0s. Yeah, 14 level 0s. Next, for level 1s, I play 4 of this 105k cornered silica. When she's in this middle of the center stage, she gets plus 1k, so she's 6k if she's in the middle of the center stage. Usually you want to play her on the middle of the center stage, obviously, because she's a 6k. She doesn't cost you any stock to play, so she's a 6k beat stick. I'm playing 4 of her because you need, like, your late game and that stock can become pretty heavy, so this will just help build up stock because it's 0 cost. Next, I'm playing 4 Silica Start of the Adventure. She is a 1/1/6/5 character with the effect of pay 1. When this card attacks, if a card named Thirst Adventure is in your climax area, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a card named Familiar Peanut in your waiting room. Put it on any position of your stage as rest, and she gets 3/5 power till the end of the turn. So she brings your Pina back with the climax combo. So again, this deck's all about spamming the Pinas and keeping your characters on the field. So with this, it gets you, if you haven't got one in hand, it will get you one from the waiting room. It can pay out a climax as well, so it's quite useful. And she's one of the key cards for the deck. Next, I'm playing 2 Catsif Silica, or Catsif Girl Silica. I do have one signed. I'm looking for one more. She is a 1/1/7/5, and her ability is, when this card is placed on stage, reveal the top card of your deck. If the revealed card is not an avatar or net or dragon character, at the beginning of your encore step, put this character into your waiting room. So, and you put the revealed card back in the original place or back on top of the deck. Now then, you only play 2 of this because you play 4 of the start of the adventure, and it's a 1/1 as well, so it's quite cost heavy if you play 4 of this. You only need 2. It's in here for a backup if you don't get your start of the adventures, because, you know. I did test 4, but it was cloggy. Next, I'm playing 2 Silica Leaves the Party. It's a 1/0/1500 character, and she is a 1500 backup. She's in here because you want to back up your characters as well. Sometimes you just don't have a Pina on the board and you don't want something to die, so she helps. And then for the last of the level 1s, I'm playing 2 events, and that is 2 Premium Flower. Now this is a 1/0 event, and if you don't have a Silica card, a card with Silica in its name on the field, well, on the stage, whatever you want to call it, you can't play this from hand. But if you do, you can search deck for up to 1 character with Pina in its card name, reveal it to your opponent, put it to your hand. So this will search your deck out for a Pina, which is very useful because this deck relies quite heavily on Pina. But this deck is quite fun to play. I enjoy playing it myself, as so does my friend. I'm actually in the middle of gathering the cards to build the deck for my friend, so she doesn't have to borrow mine. Next, I'm playing 4 usual Silica even. It's a 2/1. Well, sorry, there's 14 level 1s as well. And to level 2s now, I'm playing this unusual Silica. It's a 2/1/8K. And if the number of cards in your stock is 6 or more, she gets 500 power plus 1. So, and then I'm playing 2 Silica. I'm playing 2 of these 2/2s in 8/5 Silica's Gratitude, and her act ability is rest 2 of your avatar and net or familiar characters. This card gets 2/5 power till the end of the turn. She's in here for a beat stick. When we get the new extra rooster that's just come out in Japan, these will probably come out, but for now they will do. There is also the level 2 that combos with the gates, which can burn, but I don't play that because I don't have room for climaxes. Next, I'm playing this as a one-off just because it's hollow. And it's a 2/1 cute mischievous Silica with 2/1/9K. And at the beginning of your climax phase, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is if the revealed card is a climax, choose one of your other characters and put it into your waiting room, then the revealed card returns. So basically this will kill a character if you hit a climax. That's why you only play it at 1. But it is pretty worth playing as the 1 because it is a 2/1/9K. Oh. And then for the last level 2, I play one of these 2/1/2/5 Confident Silicas. It's just a 2/5 pay 1 2/5 backup again. No, it's a pay 1 3K backup. Sorry, it's a 3K backup, and again, it will come in handy to help you defend your characters if you don't have a Pina on the board, or if you just want to make sure their character dies. So that's 8 level 3s, the 8 level 2s even. On to the level 3s, I'm playing 2 Silicas Bashful Troubled Look. She's a 3/2/9/5, and she gets 500 power for each other avatar or net or for dragon character on the field. So with a full field, she will be 12k. She has a auto effect. Pay 1 when this card is placed on stage from hand. You may pay the cost. If you do, deal 1 damage to your opponent. That damage may be cancelled. So again, if you've got the extra stock, you can pay 1 to burn them. You don't want to play 4 of this because again, the deck is quite stock heavy at the early game with the level 1s. So you can't always really afford to play 3 stock with when you hit level 3 to burn them for 1. So you only play at 2 because it's situational. And then the grade 3 that you do want to play and you do want to have stock for, in my opinion, will always be the best option for a red level 3 at the minute. And that is 4 of this 3/2 like a younger sister Silica. She is a 3/2/10k. When she's placed from hand to stage, you can put the top card of your clock to your waiting room so she heals. And she has a climax combo. When this card attacks, if a card named Pina's Resurrection is in your climax area, you can choose up to 1 of your characters in your waiting room, return it to your hand, choose up to 1 card in your opponent's waiting room, and put it on top of your opponent's deck. Now then, your opponent, it does not have to look. You cannot reveal the card you put on top of their deck to your opponent. And some of the plays you can do with this is pretty good. If you want a guarantee, if you've got 3 of this on the board, you can side attack with 1, put 1 card on top of the deck, side attack with another 1, put another card on top of the deck. Say this is saying that you're side attacking against level 3s. And then you can attack with the last one that you put the climax combo up, the climax power in that on, and hit for 3 guaranteed damage. That is one combo you can do with the deck, but you don't always need to do that. You just I tend to put something like I don't want them to salvage or get back on top of the deck. I'd rather try and get it in the damage zone because then they have to wait until they level up or heal it and so on. So this is possibly one of my favourite cards in SAO, just because of how good she is. I mean, I've had this playset for God knows how long, and yeah, so that's 6 level 3s. You don't really need to play more than that at the minute because again, the deck's pretty consistent. On to climaxes. I'm playing 4 of this first adventure. 2 soul icon trigger plus 2 soul to all characters plus 2 soul climax. I'm playing this one over the promo one because the 2 plus 2 soul is quite good for early game because you can early game rush them and you can just plus 2 soul every turn and do ridiculous amounts of damage if they don't cancel, which is quite funny because it puts a lot of pressure on. You can play the promo one. I was playing the promo one, but my friend preferred the plus 2 soul one, so I decided to change it to that for her. The promo one is you choose a red card from your waiting room and put it into your stock, plus 1 soul to all. But they can be pretty tricky to find. I mean, I've tried playing 2 of each, and again, she just preferred the plus 2 soul, so I made it the plus 2 soul one just basically because she preferred it. Because this deck was built for a friend to use until I build it for her, well, until I get all the cards for her. So yeah, so I play 4 of this one, which combos with the start of the adventure Silica. And then I'm playing 4 Pina's Resurrections because this card is what combos with the level 3. It is a 2 soul icon, trigger icon, and it is when this card is placed from your hand to your climax area, you may draw a card, choose one of your characters, and that character gets 2,000 power and plus 1 soul to the end of the turn. So again, you don't minus for playing this card because you get to draw a card, and so basically you keep hand advantage with it and so on. But this is a good climax, and yeah, I mean, you can play the level 2 that combos with the gates regardless of playing the gates because you can look at the top card of your deck. But it's a bit of a waste of a card unless you're playing the gates. I mean, there is other builds to this deck that you can make. You can make the burn build, which is actually quite fun, where it's focused on the level 3 Silica that burns on play. It's focused more on Catsif and the gate combo. than it is on Pina's Resurrection. I could try and probably build that build if you guys would like to see that one. Not much changes really, apart from your level 3 and level 2 lineup and climaxes really change. Apart from that, there's not much really changes. But if you'd like to see the other build to this deck that I can do, then leave a comment below and I will build that one up and get that profiled for you guys. So this is my silica deck that I built for my friend, for someone who's basically to help them get into the game. Let me know what you guys think of it, any suggestions that you would change and how to make it. But this build is more focused on this level 3 on the Silica younger sister. But thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for an Attack on Titan deck profile and, well, 2 Attack on Titan deck profiles basically, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hopefully I'll start getting regular content coming up soon, because with me starting work, when I get days off, I'll be trying to do YouTube and so on and so on. And sorry about the background noise, kids.